What it is, y'all, it is your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back today with a quick Dokkan battle video. Now, today, we're going to be talking about the end of the anniversary. Unfortunately, the anniversary is pretty much behind us at this point. It is going to be ending here in the next couple of days. I believe the 8th, I could be wrong, I believe the 8th is the final day for most of our events. Now, there are some things like the Gods of Destruction and all that. If you not complete those, I believe those are indefinite. I believe those are staying around for quite a bit of time. But, honestly, the vast majority of what we've had is going to go away. And I want to talk about kind of the aftermath and what we're going to be going into as this kind of leaves. Because I know a lot of people right now are just expunging their Dragon Stones, their tickets left, right, and center. Get rid of those tickets. Those tickets need to be gone. You need to spend every single one of those before this event ends. And check all the ending dates and all the ending times. Unfortunately, I don't have them all in front of me, but they will be gone very soon. And when they go, you want to make sure that you are not having lingering items, because anything that's lingering and used and is kind of wasted. So make sure you are taking advantage accordingly. Now, last year, I will emphasize last year, most everything ended on about the August the 10th, right? So pretty close to what we have this year. Like, not a huge difference. Now, after that, we did get some other celebrations and a few other things. But the main thing you want to be aware of is, generally speaking, after the anniversary, we start ramping up for the, used to be called the download celebration, now it's called the worldwide celebration. And so this ended last year on the 10th, and the worldwide celebration kicked off, if we go over here, on around about the 27th of August. So we're going to have 2 or 3 weeks' time where there's going to be kind of this lull period before the worldwide celebration kicks off. And if you're not familiar with the worldwide celebration, literally what this is it's a joint celebration between Global and JP, where we get a brand new dual Dokkan Fest LR. In fact, last year we got Vegito and Boo. Great units, still fantastic to this day. Just absolutely phenomenal units. And a lot like the anniversary units, like, these are units that are going to be really good and are going to linger. So do not be shocked if we get some really stellar units for this event. All right? So, like I said, right now, you got to be planning for this. You got to be, like, looking for the future. Now, as I said, we are expecting some pretty good stuff. There's been a lot of speculation. Some people think it's going to be Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Omega again. Frankly, they already did that years ago. And they do need a refresh. I'm not going to disagree with that. But I've heard rumors that there's going to be like a Cell Saga thing going on, considering JP currently has a Cell Saga event happening. But if you really look at last year's events, they don't really line up like that. Now, I'm not going to speculate on what the worldwide celebration is going to be, because it really doesn't matter. No matter what, when the worldwide celebration drops, it's going to drop a dual Dokkan Fest, and it's going to be hype, and you're going to want to spend some stones on that. So if you're free to play, or on a budget like I am, you want to make sure you're saving some Dragon Stones for this event, because once this drops, it's here, and ain't nothing you can do about it if you did not prepare, aside from just spend more money. Now, something has to segue us between then and here. And I think there's the perfect opportunity for Dokkan Global. This is going to be mostly for my global players, because I don't think anything's going to change on JP. I think JP has the celebrations they're going to have. Dokkan Global, we are not that many Dokkan Fests behind JP. So there's a handful of options that we've got. Now, for me, personally, I suspect that we are about to get the Videl event. If I go down here, bring this event up here. So this was called, the 100 Flowers Blooming Spring event. They could call it like the summer celebration event or whatever. They could call it anything they really want to. But what it brought is it brought the Dokkan Fest Videl unit. And a lot of people have talked about how good this Dokkan Fest Videl unit is. So let's quickly have a discussion about her, because I've got all her stats right here, and I'm going to be honest. Well, you know what? Let's talk about her, the pros, and maybe the cons of this unit, okay? Number one, Defenders of Justice or Peppy Gal's category, key +4, HP, attack, and defense, all stats, 170%. So really good leader skill. Raises attack, her essay raises attack, and raises defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage to the enemy. So a good, a good attack there. Not crazy, but good. And she has a multi-super attack. Basically, when she's paired with, believe it's Gohan, she's going to get greatly raises attack and raises defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage to the enemy, and greatly lowers defense. So basically, when I believe there's I think it's when there's Gohan unit. I have to double check that. But I believe it's when there's a Gohan unit on there. She's basically going to get this extra boost, more or less. It's going to become a double attack. Activated when there is an ally whose name includes Gohan Teen, Ultimate Gohan, Boo Excluded, or Great Saiyaman. So like I said, it's a Gohan unit. Now this is where people are going to get a little like, you need to start jumping to this unit because this passive is pretty insane. Attack and defense, 158%. High chance of evading enemies' attack, including super attack. I love that skill. Absolutely love that skill. Until the unit attacks, plus an additional attack, 58% when attacking. An attack effective against all types within the same turn after evading an attack, plus an additional attack, 58% within the same turn after receiving an attack, launches an additional super attack as the first or second attacker in a turn, plus an additional another attack, 58%, and high chance of evading enemies' attack, including super attack, as a third attacker. So she's wild, absolutely insane. She's going to hit hard. She's going to be an absolute monster. She's going to be really great on the team she fits on. But what teams does she fit on? Well, if we go down here, and I could blow it up here, but I'll read it off for you. Categories are Peppy Gals, expectedly, Earthlings, Defenders of Justice, once again, it's her leader skill, and Majin Buu Saga. So realistically, the only team I really see you regularly running her on is either a mono team for Battlefield or Majin Buu Saga team. Which, real talk, how often we run that team? And honestly, she's going to be at a bit of a deficit on that team because she still doesn't have like the best parts of her leader skill. So all right, so let's read the details down here before we make decisions. All right, her additional boosts of attack, 58%, when attacking and after receiving an attack, are calculated separately. Basically, those attack boosts happen at the end of all the other mathematics. So they're really massive boosts, okay? For a maximum possible boost of attack plus 457.28% as the first attacker, and 399.28% as the third attacker. So she gets a crazy huge boost, like an insane boost. Active skills are always calculated separately from passive skills, meaning that it will increase her overall attack by 20% and decrease her overall defense by 20%. So yeah, she does have an active skill. We didn't really talk about that. But upon using the active skill, Videl cuts her hair and the artwork changes for the rest of the battle. Not really anything major there, but her active skill is attack and defense 20% during battle. So, sorry, attack plus 20%, defense minus 20% during battle. So she becomes a harder hitter, but her defense drops. To be fair, her evasion is good enough. I don't think it's going to be a huge issue. But when she gets hit, you're going to hate life. Now, a lot of people have talked about how hard this unit hits. She's, quote-unquote, the best TUR in the game. Best this, best that. How honestly often are you going to use this unit? And my answer is like never. Now, I'm not saying don't go after her. Personally, I think what they're going to do is they already know that the word is out on this. A lot of other people have been talking about it, especially global players have been talking about it. We're getting ready to go into the global celebration. You've got to save some Dragon Stones. So what they're most likely going to do is drop something enticing. They're probably going to drop Dokkan Fest tickets again. They're probably going to do discount summons. They're going to do something to get you to spend money on this banner. Now, she's insane. She hits stupid hard. But she's never going to be at her full potential because you're never going to use the teams where she's at her full potential. She just isn't. I could see maybe a Defenders of Justice team being fun, but I don't think Defenders of Justice is a team that you could reasonably use all the time. Maybe it's going to be crazy good, but it's not going to be, it's not, even with all the boosts and everything they're getting, it's not beating Universe 7, not after the anniversary. And, you know, if we're getting Cell Saga stuff for the Worldwide Celebration, it's not going to defeat that. I'm going to drop tops 150 Dragons. I think they're going to probably do a discount summon, and I'm going to do the first rotation. And if I get her, great. It's like Goten and Trunks for me. I know that unit is crazy good, and I didn't get the unit, but I'll get it when it comes back. I'm not worried about that. Like, I will rarely use that unit, and I'll rarely use this unit. And I hate to say that, but it's just real. Unless Mashibu Saga gets a really amazing leader and just comes out of the gate with some awesome stuff during the Worldwide Celebration, I don't see either one of those two units really being insane. So, who knows what's going to happen, but basically what I want to tell you guys is between now and the Worldwide Celebration, they're going to drop something. Most likely this. I think this is the most logical situation. Because as good as she is, you're just not going to use her very often. So, go ahead, go after her, try for her, but largely I'm going to say skip. And when I say skip, I mean like do your first rotation, do 150 Dragon Stones or something. And if you don't get her, walk away. She's going to be back on banners probably by the end of the year. Remember, she dropped in like April on JP, which means she's most likely going to be back sometime after the Worldwide Celebration on JP, and we're so close. We have like maybe 2 Dokkan Fests, I think, past her. Not even that. I think like 1 or 2. There's only a handful of Dokkan Fests left that we don't have with JP. So they're probably going to do another Worldwide Celebration thing at the end of the year. And then she'll be on that banner or something. So like worst case scenario, you've got like 6 months to wait. Is really nothing, honestly, in the long run of things. Less than 6 months, because it's August to like December. So don't get greedy. Don't go crazy. Save for the Worldwide Celebration. Blow a little bit on this, but don't go nuts. Largely, whatever Dragonstone sales you get, save those. See how many free-to-play Dragonstones that you can accrue, or maybe even like the daily Dragonstones and all that. Spend those on her banner, but then save everything else. Buy your Dragonstones and save for the Worldwide Celebration, because that is always insane and always awesome. And it is going to be a dual Dokkan Fest LR celebration. Plus, most likely, those of you guys that didn't pull the new LR, the new from the top LR banner, if you don't pull those new two LRs, most likely, if you go back over here to the Worldwide Celebration, most likely in part 2 of the Worldwide Celebration, we will probably be getting another top LR banner. Notice we got this last year. So, odds are pretty good, guys. That's kind of my thesis statement. Let me know you guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. But I just want you to go into the next celebration knowing that there's more coming, and with a little reminder that you probably don't want to go nuts. You probably want to save. Like, comment, share, all that good stuff. I'll catch you guys on the next one.